All right, NPA Power Rankings, Week 3. Let's get into it. Starting off with our stock up. We got 3 teams, 2 which haven't been here in a minute, but we got Blizzards again here. Blizzards, 3 straight wins. They're red hot. Their depth is winning. They're really just popping off right now. Enough said. 3 straight wins. Wasn't expecting it, but here they are, continuing to prove me wrong. Obviously, they're going to be up in the power rankings. They just can't lose, it seems. Next up, Symbiotes. They tied the Puppies. Big tie. Puppies are a strong team. Their depth really paid off. And they stay in the race now, which is a big deal. They're getting points consistently. They're staying in the race, and they have a better chance of, making playoffs, getting points against teams that are tough. And now for a team that actually hasn't been on stock up, I think, yet, we have the Detectives. They tied the Cruisers, who were a red-hot team, 2 straight wins, and they tied them. So they're getting points. They're now, I think, 0-2-1, or however it works. They have 2 ties and 1 loss, but they're getting points. They're staying in the race. I've doubted them, but a few wins here and there, that they're right in the playoff mark. Inc is 2-1. That's a pick that I said at the start of the year that might not pay out, but he is, and he's getting wins, so they're getting points. And go Detectives! Keep it rolling. Sadly, we got to do some stock down. We see the Stars here again. They lost to the Samurais, which we did expect. Samurais are a very strong team, but it is 2 losses in a row. Really unfortunate on their end. But Polar Bear did win his set against Maluka 2-0, and kind of handily. So that's something really good looking forward. That's a tough player to beat, and he beat him. So something to keep in mind. Monarchs, sadly, here again. They lost to the Blizzards. Another strong team, so you can't give them too much hate. That's why they're not in the center. But, it's another loss. Justin did win. Big win for him there, but Nails did lose again, so that's unfortunate. At least he got, a really nice top 4 placement over on Regional. Looking at Cruisers, first time on stock down. I know it's a tie and they're being down here, but I felt it was necessary just because I didn't think Detectives were great, and I think that was a for sure win they could have gotten, but they tied them. Lots of 1-2s, couldn't quite finish, and their red hot streak ends there. So, unfortunate on them. Hopefully they can bring it back. Obviously, tie's not the end of the world. Being on stock down, don't come at me. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I do think that was a win for their caliber of team. Now, looking at something new here, the NPA MVP standings. This is all my personal opinion, but of course I am looking off of standings, as you can see all these 3-0s. But this is my way too early MVP standings, and this is what I have ranked for Week 3. I didn't do this in past weeks. I only started doing it now. But we have Frost in 5th here with a 3-0. Looking at his wins, played against some really tough players, and he's got them. Let me just double check. Shaman, Melvin, Kakunaka, and Fiz. So all really, really strong wins there. I think that's why he deserves to be in that 5th spot. Next we have up Mars, another really good player. Said at the start of the season. He's beaten Ari, really strong Chinese player. Carson Confer, also amazing American player. And Crystal, a really good Korean player. So possibly the hardest strength of schedule so far. I don't know. But, 3-0 remaining that, which is really big in Puppy's success so far. Next up we have Snow. Everyone knows him. Everyone loves him. The GOAT of NPA. First week win against Aaron Trailer. Big win there. Second week win against Brede. And then the third week is against a Mazemaker. I don't think his strength of schedule is as hard, but he has been the number 1 player, so he is playing against the other team's top players. So I felt like that should probably be, included, just because even though I don't think his strength of schedule is that strong comparatively to maybe Mars or Frost, I think he still is having to play against whoever's red hot on the other team. So there's my reasoning behind it. Next, I have Talon here in the 2nd spot. He's played Audi, he's played Tang, and he's played Alexo. I don't know Alexo, but 2 wins against Tang and Audi. Really strong, really good player Talon is. And then first we have Polar Bear. Big win against Maluka. I think that really jumped him up. He's played against all the top teams or top players as well so far, as I'm certain. Maybe Banfox took one of them. So there he is. So he beat Nails week 1. Huge week 1 win. Nails, really strong player. Then he goes and beats Ciamelli 2-1. Another strong win. And then he goes and beats Maluka 2-0. This guy's insane. This is just insane. Really well played by him. And there you go. So new part, NPA MVP standings. Let me know what you think. Who you think should be deserved there. And let's move on to the power rankings right now. All right, moving over to the power rankings. I'll be using Control Z from now on because I cannot type properly. We have the Monarchs. Moving down from their 8th, yes, Detectives are no longer in last. You know, at back-to-back losses, back-to-back ties for Detectives. I think that shift is needed. They did get a good win here, but, you know, they still need their top players to win, and hopefully they get that sooner than later. Next, we have the Detectives moving up in the standings, back-to-back draws. This is good for them. As I said before, you know, a win here, and they might even, like, surpass the crown. Still very much in it. And, you know, I'm riding that train. I hope they can come back from this. Next up, we have the Crown, staying in the same position. They got a draw this week. Finally got on the board for points, but I still think they can do more. I still think they can do better. They have to sub up Carson for Knoxville, and I think, you know, this is a team that can still prove itself, and I'm not giving up on them just quite yet. Next up, we have the Stars going down from 5th to 6th. As I said earlier, I think they're right in that middle pack there, but 2 back-to-back losses, what can you really do? I think they're going to prove themselves in these next coming weeks. I'm expecting big things. Hopefully Banfox is in the lineup sooner than later, and, you know, with Gio playing so well, I think they can really come back. Next, we have the Symbiotes swapping places with the Stars, tie against the Puppies. I think it's fair for them to move up. Followed by the Puppies actually moving down one. Yes, this means that the Blizzards are higher than them. I think this is fair. Puppies got a tie. You know, they're not moving it down a ton, but it is a tie against a lower team. I think they could have beaten them, but nothing too crazy. Next, we have the Cruisers as well moving down. This is insane. Blizzards are moving up, right? Cruisers are going down here. Tie against a team that I thought was beatable is what it is. You know, they're still getting points. They haven't lost. You know, they're getting points every week, but that's not second place caliber. And this does mean that the Blizzards, who I've probably underranked for most of the season, is second. Yeah, 3 wins in a row. I mean, what can you do? Can't deny that. And in first, we have the Samurais staying there. Who will beat them? I don't know. Hopefully someone eventually. Can't let their egos go too high with Abai and Tio and Bars. But anyways, good week 3. Good luck to teams in week 4.